NCAA Pick'em Boys 2025 Week 7. It's time to get into the thick of it, boys. It's time to get into the thick of it. It's about to get wild. It's about to get exciting. Conversations about being in the playoffs are serious now. Listen, we got a lot to get into. First off, picks are due Saturday, October 11th at 11 a.m. And first game is Wednesday, October 8th, which is right now. So, too late. I might as well just put Thursday next time. So, who cares? Picks are due Saturday, October 11th, 11 a.m. Great. The usual. All right, let's get into the recap of Week 6 Pick'em. We got a lot of new people on the leaderboards. We got new foes, new contenders. Battle it out on the Super Smash. But hey, Jerry, you're still hanging in there. Congrats to you. Still in the top 10, hanging in there, going even. But a lot of people are going negative. But hey, with a lot of new people on the leaderboards, that means a lot can still change. So, stay strong. But into the Survivor, Week 6. Shannon has been eliminated and added to the chopping block. Thanks for playing, brother, along with everybody else. It's tough out here. We lose one at a time, and he had, I think he had Penn State, which is tough. It's tough. It's real tough. It's a tough way to go. Anyways, we got some games that screwed over a lot of people. One of them was for sure the Mississippi State A&M game. Mississippi State lost a lot of momentum in the back nine, but hey, that's okay. Things happen. But we're going to start off with ranked 14 Iowa State at Cincinnati. Your boy was the only one that had Cincinnati minus 1.5, and I got it in the bag. So shout out to everybody else that missed it. RIP. And next, big upset of the week. Ranked number 9, Texas at Florida. Playing in the swamp is the real deal. Florida might be back. Makes me nervous for A&M, with only A&M being at 6.5 this week, but we'll see it. Next up, we got ranked 7, Penn State. Losing to what I thought was the worst team in college football next to Oregon State was UCLA, and their only win is against a top 10 team. So, go get yourself a Powerball ticket. Anything is possible. Now, boys, let's get into it. Let's introduce the NCAA expert, Jerry Stovall, and the gladiator of the Coliseum. A lot of chinks on his armor. That's okay, Peter Goulandry. Boys, what is up? What a week 6 it has been.
Man, I do not deserve the expert title for at least another 2 or 3 weeks. I have been picking just terribly. Probably should sideline me for a little bit, but happy to be here.
What's up, Peter?
I'm also just loving that Penn State also lost to a team that didn't have an offensive or defensive coordinator. Just everything about it is just fuck you, Penn State.
Hey, listen, momentum starts in the locker room. Those boys rally together somehow.
Oh, have you seen the picture? It's the interim head coach of UCLA. He got carried off the field as a player. And then so they recreated it and they beat Penn State.
I gotta see that picture. You need to send it in the group.
Fantastic picture. Luscious, flowing blonde hair. I mean, it was a fantastic picture. I know exactly what he's talking about. But I got a question for you and the other listeners here. Has there ever been a fall from grace other than Texas or Penn State where they went from top 10 to unranked in 1 week? I can't think of one.
Missouri?
When?
Last year they fell pretty hard, but were they top 10?
I think they were top 10. They fell, but I don't know if they fell out of top 25.
Because, Penn State was 3, I think? No, 7, and Texas was 9.
Yeah.
So it wasn't Texas is technically on the bubble of being out of the top 10. But to go that far from 7-0 and 9-0. I don't know if I have ever seen just not even like a Creed song, like 6 feet from the edge kind of fall. Like this is straight up. I am a blind person at the Grand Canyon and there's no fence in front of me kind of thing. Like falling out of an airplane. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, I mean, the closest I can think of is Missouri.
Yeah, they fell 12. They went 9-21 last year.
But not out of the top 25.
No, I just remember just Missouri just falling off the face of the earth as soon as A&M beat them. I mean, I only remember that was a moment. Yeah, but other than that, I can't think of anybody.
I would love for someone that is able to find that. I need to know. I probably need to find out before my podcast recording tomorrow night, because that to see Texas and Penn State fall the way that they did, especially after like Brian Kelly, Jimbo Fisher, they've all just been getting grilled about, oh, they can't perform or their teams just can't do anything. If you look at the numbers, Jimbo Fisher has maybe 2 losses compared to Sark at this moment in their career, but he has at least 4 more top 25 wins or top 10 wins.
You know what I hate about this I don't know why this is coming up, but this whole conversation about, hey, Jimbo Fisher wasn't that bad. I don't know where this is coming from, but yeah, sure, he got stats, the same stats that every A&M head coach has. They all have winning seasons. They're all doing great things. Every head coach does that. It's the head coach that can take a phenomenal team and take that to the next level. That's where things impress me. But Jimbo Fisher did the same damn thing every other coach did. Same thing that Elko's on track of doing if he doesn't step it up. But, we have ourselves a phenomenal team, and then we have a coach that can do nothing more than 10 wins at best. And then that's our season. So, yeah, I still think Jimbo Fisher sucks. We paid him $100 and whatever million to bring us a natty. No, just another winning season. Whoop-de-doo. Anyways.
Yeah. And, I mean, I don't see how James Franklin, like, Peter cannot talk about Brian Kelly's seat needing to be hot anymore or whatever. He needs to start talking about James Franklin.
Franklin's seat is gone. If that man has a job at the end of the season, I will be shocked.
Listen, the Brian Kelly thing kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It pisses you off, which is great. And then secondly, if things do go a little bit south, Brian Kelly just the leash gets a little looser and looser, to where eventually he'll lose his top. And we're all waiting for it. We all want to see it. This is the spirit of football.
I mean, to be honest, I do miss old school Brian Kelly, where it's like you see that blood vessel right there, that arteries are just about to burst. I miss those days.
He really talks to his therapist to stay chill. Just take the anger out on the table. One smack.
What's going to be interesting is that once Franklin gets fired, and if Brian Kelly gets fired, if LSU just hires Franklin.
God, I hope not. I hope not.
That's a full circle, baby. All right, we got some football to get into. We're going to start hot. We're going to start real hot. Ranked 8, Alabama. Welcome to the top 10. At ranked 14, Missouri. Alabama, 3.5. This is Missouri's inflated. Hasn't played nobody. I don't think Missouri knows what football is. It's Alabama, 3.5. It's obvious. It's a given. All the way. Sorry. It's truth hurts. And I got Alabama 28-25. So
wow, what do you know apparently?
But I still take Alabama, and I will put it on my card.
Peter, you want to do this one?
This one I go back and forth with, because I still don't think Bama. Watching them kind of struggle with Vanderbilt, I know the score, it got skewed at the end. And even then, there's a lot closer a game. It was just Vanderbilt's quarterback sucks and couldn't stop turning the ball over. But kind of like Gavin said, is just don't know who Missouri is. I always forget they're in the SEC. Like, their best win is, I guess, South Carolina, but it's like, are they a good team? I don't know. So my gut says Bama covering, but I'll be rooting for Missouri, 100%.
Yeah, chaos, baby.
I'm in the same boat as Peter. I mean, I think it was someone in the text group that said that this line has been dancing like crazy, where it was originally Bama by 6.5, and now it's 3.5 or something like that. I mean, I think that Alabama's gonna win. Everything in my mind is saying you be an idiot to pick this one, especially pick against Alabama. But man, there's just something about Missouri, this redheaded stepchild of the SEC, that just intrigues me. Like their offense has been clicking really well. They have a fantastic running game to complement their passing game. I don't know about their defense. It hasn't been screaming shutdown to me, and that's important because Ty Simpson with Alabama has been lighting it up lately.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it against Vanderbilt, passed for 340 yards, had a 74% completing percentage with that. Against Georgia, which I think everyone would agree is a fantastic defense, still threw for 276 yards, and against Wisconsin, 382. So the guy can sling it. I think the big one is going to be, how is Eli Drinkwitz with Missouri going to manage the clock with it? They statistically, which Peter's right, it is skewed, or for Missouri, or I think it was you, Gavin. I'm sorry, where all the stats are skewed, pretty significantly. But like right now, Missouri's defense is looking better on paper versus Alabama's offense, and then it's the same on the offensive side of the ball. Ultimately, I think is how efficient can Missouri keep the running game going. Because if they can get that little bowling ball of a running back that they have good to go, it wouldn't shock me to see Missouri win. And I think it is also important to note that it has been reported that 3 linebackers and a defensive lineman for Alabama is reported out. You have Jalen Mimbakwe, a wide receiver, number 3 wide receiver, Alabama, is doubtful, and Ryan Williams is probable. Whereas for Missouri, you just have the place kicker, who's been out all season long, and their starting quarterback, Sam Horn, who's been out all season long, and then an offensive lineman, Logan Reichert, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, those are the only players out, with one Caden Green, an offensive lineman, who is questionable. So numbers-wise, Missouri should be good to go. But yeah, Peter, you better scoot over in that little canoe because I'm with you.
I will say, I think this is a fun stat. The last 5 times these teams have played, Bama has blown them out, like 34-0, 38-19, 39-10, 42-13, 42-10. Like, they're just not games.
Yeah, if you want to talk the 2 big games, like you said, South Carolina and Kansas that they beat, sure, we could give that to them. But those 2 teams aren't Alabama in any capacity. Where it's
and Bama has the thing that Bama has momentum. If Bama is like kind of still scuffling, I would lean more towards Missouri. But it seems like Alabama's finding some sort of a stride right now.
Yeah, I mean, Bama's defense, boy, they're red zone bloodhounds right now. Love it, love it, love it. Also, Missouri is the king of 3rd and long, always and forever. And if Alabama's got a defense that's hot right now, that 3rd and long is going to be the consequence. And, that's okay. I think Alabama, this seems very obvious. I think Missouri's fixing to get a reality check of playing someone that's actually like really good. That's just me. All right, let's get into the next game. There we go. This one's going to be a good one. This might be my game of the week to watch. Ranked 7, Indiana, at ranked 3, Oregon. Oregon, 7.5. Who wants it?
Is this the first time that they've played against each other? Because I'm not seeing any head-to-head stats.
At least nothing in the last 20 years.
Shit, okay. You're right.
I mean, this one's weird to me because Oregon on paper with their cracked out head coach, just it makes sense that it would be a no doubter with this. A 7.5 point favorite at home seems easy, seems like a safe pick. But after seeing them struggle against Penn State, I mean, it's tough. I don't know what to expect with Oregon. And then with Indiana, I thought they were just a faker this entire season. And then they put up 63 against Illinois, who should have been on everyone's dark horse to be in the college football playoff with how well they've been playing this season so far. And then they struggle someone against Iowa, who I don't know if they still know how to pass the football. So this is just a big group of question marks for me. I think you're right, Gavin. I think it's going to be very entertaining. I would probably pick Oregon to, I mean, heck, I don't know. Like, what's Oregon's strength right now? Is it passing or running? What is it this season?
Defense.
Yeah. I'd say their biggest strength on offense is their quarterback's like scrambling skills, but he still can pass the ball. So it's like it's a weird combination.
Gotcha.
I mean, they always get tempo on the back nine. I think they just like once the offense settles into the game, know who they are up against. Oregon usually rallies on the back nine. Now, I will say the Oregon defense has been killing it on crushing the run game down, where Indiana has been heavily on the run game, and if Oregon could shut that down, then it might be a wrap for Indiana.
I mean, you're absolutely right. If Oregon's defense, because I'm looking at the numbers, it looks like Oregon's rushing or defense against the rush, they are ranked 40th in rushing yards compared to Indiana's 6th in the nation in rushing yards per game, which is fantastic. At 267 rushing yards, that's insane. So yeah, if Oregon can stop the run, this should be a no-brainer. But I don't know. I like Oregon to win and cover the spread.
Same here.
To give us a little background, the last time these two teams played was 2004. Indiana won, and then before that it was 1963 and 64. So, yeah.
How cool.
Don't play ever. Yeah.
How very cool is that? Wow, this is going to be a great game.
Surprising to me, but the biggest thing that I'm going to take away this game is because I keep going back and forth, but I see that Oregon O, and I just see Indiana just running that football so far up their ass. Their just asshole is going to be just gaping. So give me Indiana winning by 2 scores. I'm just kidding. Not that bad. They're going to be winning. I think they'll win it outright.
I think the better line is going to be how many snorts of cocaine is their head coach going to do, plus or minus 3.5. Because he was coked out of his mind last game.
Whatever gets the job done. Whatever gets the job done.
I mean, I guess it's Oregon. I guess every drug over there is legal at the moment. But dang,
and pure. He's getting a direct line to Lord himself during these games.
That's why they won at the Penn State Whitehouse. He was just living in his white coked out land. He was like, "This is my place."
Don't worry, guys. I know what to do in this situation. I think the funniest thing was I think like a former crack addict was like, "Hey," on Twitter's like, "Yeah, former crack addict here. That's a sign of like you cracked out of your mind." It's fantastic.
I also have this Oregon Indiana game. I have Oregon 32-25.
Dang.
Which is telling me I shouldn't touch the game, but am I going to? I'm gonna.
Yeah, how close has your AI been with all of this? Has it been pretty spot on?
Well, because the thing is that I go based on my card, not how well the AI is, because the AI just takes the history of everything and takes that, like it just takes it all.
Oh, so you have a BCS computer?
No. Don't start that. Don't start that now.
Okay.
We're both driving down the highway. We're just in two different lanes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Different engines under the hood.
Yeah. Okay.
Boy, we were about to get heated for a second. Hold up now. All right, we got Kansas at ranked 9, Texas Tech, 14.5, Texas Tech. Texas Tech has been proving everybody wrong every single week. I feel like every week they're like, this is where Texas Tech loses it. Nope. Maybe a little touchdown, maybe a little Hail Mary, a little something, get the game. Right past the finish line. They never cover. So I'm here to tell you, take Kansas. But Texas Tech will win this game.
What do you mean they don't cover? I'm seeing them 4-1 against the spread this year.
Well, the one was the one I bet.
I mean, the 48.5 against Kent State in the beginning of the season.
Yes.
Yeah, that was stupid.
And that's where my opinion rests. Hold on. Let me get my AI stat just spit out real quick. I got Texas Tech 35 to Kansas 24.
I'm surprised it's not bigger, honestly. I mean, Kansas is a good team. They're far better than what they used to be during like the Les Miles era or even before the Les Miles era. But I mean, if you look at the numbers, the Kansas offense versus Texas Tech defense, it is heavily favored in Texas Tech. Now, take it as you will, because Oregon State ain't good. Kent State ain't good. Arkansas, Pine Bluff ain't good. Like Missouri, their numbers are fairly skewed, probably even more skewed. But I mean, they played Utah very well. They battled through adversity with that game, even though they looked like dog duty. And then that game last week against Houston, it's Houston. Can you really do that? Where I think Kansas can cover is I saw what they did against Missouri, and see how these games, even though that they may have lost or barely won, they kept it within 14 points for the good majority of it. Missouri is probably the only one that's kind of not in that realm, but that was because of turnovers, if I remember the game correctly. So I actually like Texas Tech to win, but Kansas to cover.
Same spot. I'm in the same boat.
And I'm over here on the boat of reason. Tech is overrated as fuck. They haven't played anyone. Like, I look at their schedule and I see nobody. Oregon State, middle school football team. Utah, turns out Utah's not great. Houston hasn't been relevant since Phi Slamma-Jamma and that, whatever that ESPN 30 for 30 was. So then I just sit there and it's just like, yeah, Tech doesn't impress me at all. They're ranked way too high. Sadly, they're going to walk into the playoff and then get curb stomped by a halfway decent team. So I think Kansas can easily cover 14 points, maybe come up with a surprise upset. But I watch Tech play, and I don't see a good football team.
I don't either. I agree with that.
They're barely skating by.
Yeah.
It's like they're more lucky than they are good.
That's the best way to put it.
They remind me of a slightly upgraded Colorado team from last year.
Dude, anyone is a slightly upgraded team against Colorado. Colorado was terrible.
No.
My high school alma mater is a better team.
I'm saying Colorado, Texas Tech, right there. Just a little bit. Not much.
I would say Tulane is better than Colorado, even last year's Colorado.
I gotta agree with that. I love Tulane.
I do too. They have probably some of the best uniforms out there, honestly.
That's a debate for another time. It's a debate for another time because I'm not cocked and loaded, but I will be. All right, we're gonna talk top 25. Boy, we have some people that just have come off the face of the earth.
And this is why you don't look at the top 25 until week 6 or week 7. It's this moment here, gentlemen.
Jerry said this week 1. We all heard it. You're 100% right. This is looking like a top 25 that you could go, Yeah, I see why some of these teams are where they are.
100%.
I love Indiana being in the top 10. I love Oklahoma hanging around. A&M, funny enough, is totally questionable being in top 5 right now. I don't know how we warrant that, but that's cool. We'll take it. Same with Ole Miss.
I don't understand how Miami's not number one, and I don't understand how Ohio State is in the top 3. Because their best win now is UT. That's the only person
not even
Ohio
a
State's
great
played.
Right.
We're just like, now that we see like UT, it's like, oh shit, you almost lost to them at home. So,
That's
because
a
otherwise
fair
their
point.
wins are Washington, Minnesota, Ohio, and Grambling.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's almost that situation where, and this is because a symptom of the non-BCS stuff. It's like, well, we already had them in the top 25 because we're stupid and we have to rank everything before we get a good sample of everyone. And so, because they haven't lost, we just have to keep them up there. No, that's stupid. I agree with you, Peter. In my opinion, Miami 1, Ole Miss 2, A&M 3, Oklahoma 4, Indiana 5.
Say it again.
Miami 1.
Yes.
Ole Miss 2. A&M 3. Oklahoma 4. Indiana 5. Those are the only teams that really played a matchup. Like Ole Miss, they beat... I mean, the score doesn't really reflect how big of a whooping that was against LSU, but at least LSU is in playoff rankings. Miami has... I mean, they beat a good Florida State team. They beat USF at the time, was on the up and up. If I remember correctly, I'm getting my Florida schools mixed up.
Yeah,
A&M,
no
yeah, I mean A&M beat a scrappy top 25 Mississippi State, and they're gonna have a big matchup against Florida, who I believe received votes, if I remember correctly. Maybe not. No, they did not receive votes. I apologize, but I digress. At least those teams played someone. Like Ohio State beating Texas means nothing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I could see why Miami being in number 2 with they almost take a loss against South Florida? Like that was a not so great of a win.
Nope, they beat them 49-12.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was Notre Dame in week 1. And that's starting to look good because I mean they were number 6 at the time, even though it's week 1. But look where Notre Dame is right now, 16.
And then they just snuck out a win against Florida State, but that's in-state rivalry at Florida State and still a ranked team. Right. So my thing is, you have 3 good ranked wins, and then you have a Florida win, which Florida, again, you really don't know who's showing up, but they're not a bad team. Like, I look at Florida and I don't think, oh, you're pathetic like Mississippi State.
You know what's crazy though? I mean, with the Ohio State taking the Texas barely winning, or I mean Ohio State barely winning against Texas. Everybody has a win like that that's in the top 5 right now. I mean, like Texas barely beat Auburn. We're in the top 5. Same with Ohio State barely beat Texas. They're in the top 5. I guess it's one of those that like the top 5 theoretically is interchangeable. Just pick who you want to be in first, because we all kind of have same quality of wins, whether they're bad wins or good wins. We all have like the same amount.
I mean, you can almost say that with the top 10, but in today's day and age, does really having a number 1 ranking mean anything? You really just want top 4, top 5 to get that first round bye. And I mean, I would have no problems with Ohio State, Miami, Oregon, or Ole Miss having a first round bye with how they've performed so far. I don't think Ohio State should get the easiest pass through the college football playoff.
Agreed.
But as we saw last year with Oregon, that doesn't mean anything.
And I will say, them playing Illinois will at least be somewhat of a benchmark. Like, I expect Ohio State to win that game. But if they don't kill Illinois like Indiana does, I think that makes the Big Ten like a little bit more perspective. When you start getting common opponents, it just, I don't know, to me it starts kind of like filling in the picture. of like, okay, where are these people actually at?
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. Now, okay, who are besides Notre Dame? Okay, because we know
Hey, they're coming.
who is a team that you think could sneak into the playoffs?
I think Virginia.
Shit.
They're playing really good football this year. They have some pretty significant like statement wins, especially against Florida State, and then they did beat up Louisville and Stanford. And it's unfortunate, but your next big opponent this year is going to be Duke, and that's the second to last game of the season before conference championships, which, if I remember correctly, the college football playoff isn't taking conference champions into like the last rankings of it. So for Virginia, they're going to have other teams lose out, which seeing this being very Big Ten and SEC heavy, top 15 or top 12, they could sneak in. They could be the last four in kind of team if they continue winning.
I got South Florida or Georgia Tech. Because if Georgia Tech's only loss, and hopefully not a blowout, is against Georgia at the end of their season, they can find themselves into the playoffs.
I could see Georgia Tech losing to Syracuse.
No, don't say that.
Syracuse is garbage now.
The team I'm watching is Arizona State. I think they're a sleeper. They've one loss to, again, Mississippi State, but if they win out, that means they knock off Texas Tech, Iowa State would be the two ranked games, and they'd beat Utah.
Listen, now when they're playing teams like Texas State, shout out Stevie.
Didn't they already beat them? Yeah, they did beat them. 34 wasn't even the game. 34 to 15.
What? You got to play some good teams to get to the playoffs too.
Yeah, so by the end of the season, they'd have three ranked wins.
I can see a lot of people just having one loss and then a lot of people being unhappy they're not in the playoffs.
What people are going to be pissed about is when Notre Dame gets in with 2 losses. My guess is between 5 and 8 with 2 losses, there's going to be like undefeated teams out.
God bless. All the way to 5 and 8. I think you're smoking something good over there.
That was a good way to go out, though. Just to say that and drop out. Hold on, let me get you back in. All right, we're back.
What happened?
I mean, Gavin, you may have something with Georgia Tech. I mean, the remaining schedule is laughable. Virginia Tech, who doesn't have a head coach. You have a tough opponent in Duke, which should get you into the top 12 at that point, maybe. And then easy against Syracuse, easy against NC State, easy against Boston College, easy against Pitt. And then you have Georgia, who, if you did fall out because those aren't quality wins or you had to keep it close, if you beat Georgia, even if it's close, that guaranteed alone, that should essentially guarantee you a spot in the top of the college football playoff.
Now, like the South Florida one, it's one of those that the rest of their schedule is not that great. Like they'll win out for sure. It's just whether they decide to weigh those two, like they beat 2 ranked opponents right out of the gate. Which, you could say it's the start of the season. Who cares about the rankings? But I mean, they can beat a Memphis team. I definitely think they can, even though Memphis is pretty damn good. They've been covering too, but they'll handle everybody else. It's just one of those like, will the ranking system appreciate them beating ranked teams? Because their only loss theoretically could just be against Miami.
I'm trying to read up on how it is because, like, I see according to NCAA that, like, it's the 4 highest ranked conference champions. I mean, at least in 2024, were seeded 1 through 4, and then teams 5 through 12 played each other in there. But I don't see anything about like the group of 6.
Yeah. So this year, goes. From what I understand, this year's, if you win your conference championship, you get automatically into the playoff, but it doesn't
guarantee your seat.
It doesn't guarantee the top 4. It just guarantees you're in.
Right.
And and then they go straight seeding from there or something like that.
That would seem more logical than someone winning a not great conference and then going like head to head against a team that they got no business going against like right out of the gate. But you know,
I'll tell you what. I was looking at the schedules for Georgia and LSU. Both are in danger of missing the playoff altogether if they don't get their shit together quick. LSU is a harder schedule up front, but Georgia still has to play Ole Miss, Florida, and then they end with Georgia Tech. So it's like, and if they lose one game, I don't think Georgia makes it. If they lose two out of those remaining games, they're for sure out. And same thing with LSU. I think they're both. LSU is a brutal schedule. It's like this week, whatever, South Carolina, but then it goes Vandy, A&M, Bama. Then you get 2 weeks off of Arkansas, Western Kentucky, and then you end with Oklahoma. So
thankfully, there is a bye week between A&M and Alabama, so there is that. But no, it is a gauntlet. You're right, especially with how well Vanderbilt is playing lately. A&M should be undefeated still going into that game at Tiger Stadium. And then Alabama's always been the thorn in the Tigers' paw with it.
All right, can A&M make the playoffs with one loss?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed.
Because I look at their schedule. So say they lose to LSU. We'll just toss that game out there. That means they still beat Notre Dame, Missouri. Now, UT's not a big game, but it's just like you're not going to – because they'll be top 5.
I mean, they're number 5 right now. Yeah.
Right. They're top 5. So at worst, they'll drop to like 8 to 10 range.
Yeah.
If they only lose to LSU.
The question is, though, is A&M going to pull well in A&M, see that game against LSU? God forbid if they beat LSU in that game, and do they just call it a season, make the commemorative cups, give them the annual A&M LSU ring, and that's what they consider as the national championship.
Talk about 7 overtime.
I can see us taking a loss this week.
I mean, they prove there's a very good chance that they could, honestly. I mean, it's beneficial that it's in Kyle Field rather than the Swamp. That you know what that is going to be a question to have. I want to know because there's one defensive player for Florida, defensive lineman, last name of Banks. The guy's a brick wall, and if he's playing, you may have to rely on Marcel Reed passing the ball, and I don't know. Okay, so he's listed as out. Y'all caught a break with that. Caleb Banks, number 88 for Florida, is out. So y'all should be good to go, but we also said the same thing about Texas last week.
Just walking
what I think is
into
be funny
a freezer. Big old beefy.
If A&M curb stomps Florida, guarantee you the UT football team is shitting their pants for the last game of the year.
You know they're already doing it going into this week.
Yeah, because they got retarded Arch sitting there with his food alarm. Literally, so I watch Arch Manning, and I'm sure he's a nice kid. He kind of acts like a white prick, but he literally, when he throws the ball, I see comparisons of like when Peyton Manning was about to retire and his arm was a noodle, and it looks the same. And I sit there, I'm like, that's not good.
You know what? I feel bad.
20 years old.
I feel bad for Texas fans to where, okay, listen, I wave no flag for nobody. I am an A&M fan, but I'm not going to sit there and defend them either. I'm a gambler. But with Texas people having to go to bat for Arch every single week and just like having
it's
to
like
give
taking candy from a baby. It's so easy.
It just sucks to being like, I have to defend my man. I have to defend my man. And then they all have to go look at the mirror and go, when do I stop? Like, I have to give
when do we stop defending him?
Yeah, so it's like, it took like, what, 6 weeks?
I mean, everyone like thought it was the second coming of Jesus when he put up a show against Sam Houston State. Spoiler alert, Sam Houston State's the worst team in the country right now. Yeah. I mean, it's bad. And it still blows my mind to think that the Texas camp last year said that there was a quarterback battle between him and Ewers. How is this a battle? Like,
No.
it's a battle for the bench? I don't know.
Battle for the bench.
Maybe for the battle for the burnt orange Lamborghini in the parking lot?
Yeah, listen, man, Texas got all the money to fire everybody and start from scratch and have a great team next year. Easily.
That is very, very true.
If UT misses the playoffs, Sark's seat goes from ice cold to hot as hell over in the offseason. If you miss the playoff completely, when it's like, oh, this was supposed to, you got the golden child with Manning, like you had everything in place, and you just collapsed like we've never seen, that seat gets real toasty. Like they might be talking about bringing in Brian Kelly because he'll be gone too. But
I think they're going to make a trade with Arch Manning.
Ew, no, skip. We don't want that. I mean, there's a legitimate shot that they may not even be bowl eligible. Because I'm looking at Texas' schedule right now. They're playing Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry. Win against Kentucky, give them that. Question mark now against Mississippi State. So they only have 4 wins. They're against Vanderbilt. That's a toss-up as well. Georgia, loss. Arkansas, I'm still curious on what a Bobby Petrino Arkansas team in 2025 is going to look like. And then A&M, loss. Like, they may have to go into the final 2 weeks of the season with bowl eligibility on the line.
The Sarks gets fired. If they don't make a bowl, gone. Completely fast. So fast. I
would love it. All the tasty tears of those hippies in Austin.
Oh, man.
Love
I didn't even think about them not even being bowl eligible. That is... Boy,
there's a very good chance that they won't be because they're at Mississippi State as well. Oh yeah. I mean, congrats. You host Vanderbilt and you host A&M, but you're on the road to Mississippi State and you're on the road to Georgia. Those are almost guaranteed losses right there.
Oh, so good. A lot of potential. That'd be
great. A lot
of
potential.
Any last thoughts?
Cubs beat the Brewers tonight, so fuck you, Mark. Coming for you.
One step closer to hitting the parlay.
Yeah. 93,000 to 1. We're going to get there. Well, boys, I appreciate the great conversation this fine evening. It was a good one, a long one, but a great one. All right, picks are due Saturday, October 11th at 11 a.m. Games are already started, but I'm sure Thursday there's a game at 6:30, so get on that. Let's have a great week 7 once again. Happy picking.